get on the details.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I specifically said.
I mean, we were still talking.
This is the part. This is
Right,
good.
right.
I hope you're getting all this. This is
Right.
great. We won't even need no intro. Y'all just be y'all.
Right, I'm like, you come running
We
my
at the round table.
Right.
Right.
Oh my
no red
God.
table.
Oh man.
No
No
entanglement.
red table. No entanglement. No entanglement.
But
Just
you looking good. I want to take on you.
entangle.
All right, now I gotta. Told y'all I don't want to be woken up.
It can be. Wake up.
So like I'm asleep in the car.
But Barry said he got a grown-up podcast, so.
I do, man. This is, it is. This is hot. Personal with you, like, so, you know.
Don't be getting all in my business. That's
I've been in your business.
That's my business.
Oh yeah, I like her. So here it is. You are a wife, a mother. You wear so many hats. I mean, even we're sitting here just from a creative perspective. I mean, to be a singer, artist, a songwriter, you know, plays and productions. I mean, the list goes on, you know, performing live and just recording, all them different things. How are you able to manage it with all of your other hats? So let the people know behind the scenes, like, yo, because you are dope. You are dope. That's why I'm married to you.
Aw. And
like,
that's sweet.
I'm serious. Like, no, I recognize your dopeness from way back. And I'm like, hey, I want to be a part of that. I feel like we could be dope together. So let the people know about Melissa Case kind of behind the scenes. Like, all right, this is how I feel about it, and this is, you know, these are the things, because.
So if I'm transparent.
Please.
I mean, I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
There are times where, you know, and I know there are so many women who can probably relate to what I'm about to say, but as wives and mothers and just women in general, it's like we do wear so many hats. Not that men don't, but I'm not a man, so I can't speak to that.
Right.
But we wear so many hats, and we're required to continue as if those multiple hats don't really faze us.
Okay.
We just kind of keep going.
Right.
We just kind of. So when you ask me how I balance it, I would say I'm still trying to figure it out.
Right.
I won't even say, like, I would be lying if I said that I had a balance for it all.
Gotcha.
I don't have a balance for it all. I think that the noisy wheel gets the attention.
Right.
And whatever is in front of me at that moment, whatever role it is that I need to assimilate to, that's what I do. While trying to make sure that nothing just falls through the cracks.
Right. Gotcha.
And so, you know, I have you to thank for that in a lot of regards, because where I sometimes lack or slack or, you know, miss the curve, you know, you pick up that slack. So, you know, I think it's not just a me thing.
Right.
It is definitely a dual thing. It's an us thing. So for those that are out there who are doing it alone, without a support system, you know, I tip my hat.
Right. So let me make sure I'm hearing you correctly. So correct me if I'm wrong. You already know about this.
I do. You want to give yourself kudos.
So they need to find somebody dope like you did.
They
like
do.
me. Okay, I just want to make sure. So let's I actually want to kind of go in that direction.
What you want to talk about you?
Not yet. No, I'm talking to you. So.
I'm gonna about you.
Okay, let's do that. So we're talking about, not to necessarily talk about me, but just from a lens or perspective, a husband of an artist. So.
Ooh, share.
No. Like I guess like anything, it has its challenges, its ups and downs. But for me, and I'm not BSing you whatsoever. Like I remember when you invited me. Like it's amazing how certain things we remember in life. Like I remember you inviting me to church. I literally invited me to church to an event, a production you guys were having it at the church. and you all did this, dance where you stomp
Of Kirk Franklin.
off Kirk. You had your painter jumpsuit on.
We did have jumpsuits on.
Y'all had
Timberlands.
No, those weren't Timbs.
Bruh, I had on
Those were
Timberlands.
not Timbs.
I wore Timberlands. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but I had on Timberland boots because
I don't-
my ex-boyfriend at the time had purchased me some
You
Timberlands.
sure they were Timbs?
They were Timbs.
The tree on them was looking kind of funny. I don't know.
You are so shady.
I don't know if those were real Timbs. I was like,
Bonsai.
Right, that's a
Are you
bonsai.
seriously?
I was like,
Are you serious right now?
I'm just being-
They were
I'm
Timberlands.
saying, one of the things that this podcast is going to do is be authentic and honest.
And my Timberlands were authentic.
All right, we're going to go with it.
You such a hater, man. Just because you didn't buy them at the time, but I sure did. I rocked my Timberlands and invited you to my church program, and I wore the Timberlands that he purchased me.
He bought you some Timbs. I bought you a house and cars. So you good. It was a nice trip. So we good.
You're so shady.
So check it. Seriously. So I remember being at that program.
I remember being there as well.
And it was an opportunity for you to sing, and you sung, solo, and I was just so mesmerized.
Do you remember the song?
I don't. I feel like it was no, it wasn't a CC1 and joint. I don't. Do you remember what it was?
It's Just a Prayer Away.
Just a Prayer Away. Okay. I just remember, and honestly, I was just like, yo. I've been to other programs. I've heard other people sing. But in that moment, I was just so mesmerized by like when they talk about the anointing and the glow, I was like, yo, she got the glow like on the last.
It wasn't because you wanted to be my baby's daddy.
No, I didn't want to be anybody's baby daddy at that time. No, I didn't want to be nobody's baby daddy. Maybe get some, but I wasn't trying to be nobody's baby daddy. So
you were trying to get between the golden honey pot.
Right. So I mean, you sound like an old lady. The golden honey pot.
I almost said something. I'm not gonna say it because we record.
Right.
I was gonna say something about somebody got it. Okay, go ahead. Move on.
So check it, man. So we literally, I'm mesmerized. I see like the anointing, and of course I didn't have the verbiage and the language for it then, knowing what I was experiencing or what I was witnessing. But even so, in that moment, it actually almost solidified for me, like, yo, she's somebody special. So prior to that, playing football, playing basketball, everybody talks and you kind of, you get the 411 on who's who and what, Pollard, she's this and she's that. You just have that high school.
What's this and that? She's this and she's that. What
She's amazing and she's a virgin. Somebody need to get her. 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 Well, you ask. I mean, we're going to be authentic on this. We're going to be authentic on here. So that is the history that we come. It's like somebody need to get her. I was like, well,
somebody need to
but I'm not on that type of time.
Oh, okay, but you was a part of the conversation.
But I mean, we're going to be 100 I'm part of the conversation because it's being had in my presence. And I'm in the proximity of a conversation.
So they was just randomly talking about me.
I mean, maybe because you had now let's So you had like 50 boyfriends.
I did not have 50
you was like
boyfriends.
the serial dater, and I wouldn't even call you monogamous because you was going to so many relationships. I'm like, I think they were overlapping. I was like I was like, damn, who's she dating this week? So
it was every
the
month
fact that you're still
it was
with
every
me,
month and a half, so like every 6 weeks.
So the fact that you still with me,
but it was okay because I
lot.
wasn't sleeping with them.
Right, it was like you were just kissing the hell out of everybody. So
we're editing this.
So
about we kiss. Why you worried about who I'm kissing?
I think people want to know.
You was doing more than kissing.
Hey, hold up.
Right. Oh, so now when we talk about your business, okay.
All right. So I'm getting off track. So again, just having an insight of who you were as a young lady, and I was, impressed. I literally was like, oh, okay, somebody that is of standard, intelligent, really in the arts at Wilson, from dance to cheer to all the different, organizations you were part of, and peer counseling. It's just like you were doing your thing, and it was admirable. It was, even as kids, young people, you're like, yo, that's kind of dope to be involved and still be doing all that kind of stuff. So when you sang, again, for me, it just kind of solidified, like, yo, that's somebody dope that I would like to partner with. And then of course I didn't know that it would evolve or become what it's become. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope that it has become what it has become. But I just knew then what people are now getting to experience. Like, yo, Melissa's dope. You be on Facebook or the different social media platforms, and the people like, oh, but I'm always like, yeah, you dope. Like, I know that. And and the people getting to see it and experience it, and even through this evolution and this journey, you see people want to be a part of what you have going on. So man, you just flat out, fly like that, and I appreciate it. But it actually just remembering this story makes me be like, yo, I want to buy you some Timbs. I'm gonna get you some Timbs. So let me see what else. So let me see what else.
Because I was wearing bonsais.
Right. Like, is that a bush? Is that a shrub on there?
Oh, you're so petty.
Right. But you know what's even pettier? You had them joints all the way through like college. I was like, girl, you need to get rid of them. Thank God for vacation or destination that you've been to thus far. Like one you like, man, I had a dope time. That was great. Like you actually replay that one in your mind occasionally.
That's a big question, because I feel like they're all equally enjoyable.
Okay.
Because for me, I'm like, yo, if you give me a good beach and a nice cocktail with an umbrella in it.
Okay. So you can go down to Jack's Beach and get it.
I can actually, yes.
Okay,
because but I told you let me leave the country. That was my first.
You did say
that was my first thing. I said, take me out of the country.
Okay.
But I mean, even if it's here and it's a staycation, I just feel like what's important is, number one, who you're with.
Okay.
And number two, the ability to just unplug and just kind of separate yourself from the demands of this world. Right. So for me, even COVID has been very enjoyable.
Right.
I have enjoyed COVID. I've enjoyed the slowdown of our lives and allowing us to spend time with the ones that we love the most, because I think sometimes those things get overlooked. So as much as I enjoy traveling and enjoy being in other countries and experiencing other things, I think what's most enjoyable about those travels is the people that you spend them with.
All right. So now that's actually really deep as it relates to just the fundamentals, like on a surface level, because I know you, like surface and superficial. Like, what is Melissa doing for fun? Because Melissa's not going out of the country every day, every weekend, and you don't have a drink with an umbrella, and you're not at the beach. So what is Melissa doing for fun? Like, how do you unplug? Like, maybe that's your word. Right.
Gosh, you all up in my business. How do I unplug?
Right.
Let's see. I think now I unplug a lot more than I used to. And unplugging doesn't require as much as it used to. I'm being honest, like seriously.
No, it doesn't.
So for example, the other day we went to L House.
Right.
That was great for me. It was a perfect unplug.
Speaking of that, we need to let the people know that we met some people in the L House, and you was hugging all on them, and I was like,
why we gotta let the people know that?
I need the people to know.
Well, that's what I do to unplug. I meet random people and hug them. I
was like, COVID is out here and you hugging people. Like,
but you hug them too. And then he gonna tell me somebody, oh, that's the old Adam and Eve.
I did.
Behind Eve.
I was like, yo, I didn't hug this.
I'm like, oh, so you following behind me? That's why you hugging the people. But yes.
I didn't want to get a lady to stiff arm and be like, I know my wife hugged you, but I'm not going to hug you.
You're going to blame me for it, but whatever. It's okay. I'll take the blame for it, yes. Like, so I hug random people in public. That's how I unplug.
You taking shots.
The apple martinis
help. They set you over. Fun Melissa was here for it.
She was like, oh my
Jenny. I was like, okay.
Oh, and you calling names.
I'm saying they put a last name on it. I'm like, so
Her number is in my phone.
right. So y'all besties.
There are
so
L House
what's
besties.
happening is you keep going into this deep, you know.
No, okay, so what do I do to have
You
fun?
need to let the people
I
know you
hang
be-
out with my girlfriend.
Right, there we go. You be watching reality TV, Ratchet TV. Go
Oh, I
ahead.
watch 2 Ratchet TV shows.
Right.
I only watch 2. My 2 are Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I love those. Those are my shows.
Right.
Or whatever. I listen to books on Audible.
The real raunchy ones too.
Wait, so this last series of books I've been listening to, I'm not even gonna give you the titles.
No,
but let
you
me
gotta
tell
give them the titles.
No, listen, you don't know the titles,
But I mean, we hear this is what
but you
this
don't know
is
the
for.
titles. Anyway, this last series of books I've been listening to.
Right.
So it's amazing. When I get in the shower, I'm listening to, that's what I do. I listen to my books, my audio books.
Baby was listening to porn in the bathroom. I was like,
He's like, is that porn you listen to?
how you listening to porn?
I'm like, it just so happens. He's like, well, what are you doing in the shower? And I'm like, it just so happens that every time I get in the shower, it's always like some inappropriateness. And he was like, it's so loud. So I listen to audiobooks.
Right.
It's not Christian novels.
Right.
I mean,
No, clearly it's not.
it's definitely not
No, it's
Christian
not
novels.
Joel Osteen.
It's not, no TDJs.
Right. Be like D something, but like that's not TD.
So I listen to audiobooks.
Yes.
That helps me just so what happens is I tap into things that help me just be mindless.
Gotcha.
That just kind of allow me to kind of separate from the responsibilities of being a wife, being a mother, being an educator.
Right.
You know, things that don't require intellectual capital from me.
Right.
Because I believe that a lot of times we do exert so much
Right.
intellectually that it spills over into other areas of our lives. So something that doesn't require me to give back
Right.
is usually
Like, I
what
just
I do
wanna
to
be
unplug.
entertained.
I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to have to figure anything out. If I can get with my homegirls and we're just laughing,
Right.
I work out
Right.
as a way of unplugging.
Right.
You know, started walking with, and for those of you who know me, you know I love my juicies. But we get together a couple of times a week and we'll go walking.
Right.
And we'll walk the bridges. And what started out is, hey, we're doing this as fitness. And yes, it is fitness, but it's really twofold because it allows us to decompress.
Right.
So the conversations that we have, while we're out there on those bridges and
Right.
we getting those 3.5 miles in, it's just like, yo, let me unload what
Right.
my cares have been for today and the things that I've had to deal with for today. So
let me ask you this. So you're into fitness. That's sort of one of the ways you unplug. So let's unpack fitness really quick. So do you enjoy being in the space of fitness and health and fitness? Like what is that like for you?
when you say what is that like?
I mean, do you enjoy the activities that you do?
Oh yes.
So what's,
Sure.
let me be more specific. Like, so what is your favorite fitness?
Cycling.
Cycling. Why?
Well, number one, because I was introduced to cycling through JL Spinning,
Okay.
and a lot of people know that because when his name is Josh Linder, and he was an instructor at the YMCA when I started several years ago, and he kind of it just took on a whole different feel because it's like club on a bike.
Right.
So, you know, when your song come on, you be like, look back at it. Be like, oh, and we spinning at the same time. So it was like, you know, kind of introduced the whole hip hop cycle thing.
Right.
And so from there, I just started, you know, getting into it more. And so now I've kind of evolved. I still love JL Spinning. It's a black-owned cycling studio here in Jacksonville.
Right.
But when I can't go to his classes, then I'm now doing Peloton, which I love Peloton. But it's very inspirational. The messages that come along with while you're working out help you to kind of purge, really.
Right.
It's just a purge, it's a cleansing.
Gotcha.
And so when you get off, you not only have met your fitness goals, but now you have,
like you said, you feel.
yeah, you feel good.
You feel better.
Yeah, you feel
That's
replenished.
good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're keeping that body tight. So.
Right.
Hey man, I'm saying.
Are we done here?
Nah, not yet. You sit still. All right, so let's wrap up the conversation.
Sure.
What I understand that you like, I don't necessarily, know all of the different steps, but far as MCL, what would you like to see? And you don't have to be as specific because I know some of the things you want to keep personal, but like, what are some next for MCL?
So the immediate next is to finish the EP.
Okay.
And just to continue working. I can't really give.
You can't give us too much?
No.
All right, so
the first goal is to finish the EP. There are things on the horizons, but I don't want to speak to those yet.
Gotcha. All right, I respect that. The next thing is, where can people find your music? Where can they find you? How can they find you, support you, plug in, all of that?
So I have, my website is melissacaselive.com. It has all of the information on there about upcoming performances and things of that nature. It also has my 2 singles that are out right now, Good Vibes, which was released in September, Labor Day of 2019.
Right.
And then we just recently released in July of this year the second single, I Am Me. I am on Facebook and Instagram at Melissa Case Live. It's very simple. You can find me on any one of those platforms.
Well, Melissa Case, I definitely appreciate you being here with me. It means a lot. It means the world to me. Like I said, you're going to be my best guest. I don't care if I have 1 million episodes, but you are my best. So I want to thank everybody for being with us. BCASE CONVO. Again, you know where to find Melissa. You know where to find me. Until next time.
Gonna kiss across the table.
All right.
Do we get up though? Because we're not gonna be like.
You want me to get it now? Or?
We got time between now and.
No, we don't.
Not for me in the building?
Right.
For real.
I told you earlier, Melissa was like, yo, you looking kind of good.
I mean,